welcome back to another episode of Two Bros in a Beard. My name is Asad.
My name is Ibrahim. Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, these next couple days are going to be pretty significant, so we just wanted to say Happy Ramadan Mubarak for anybody listening.
Yes, Ramadan Mubarak.
As of recording this episode, it's going to be the first of Ramadan at night, so that means that we'll be fasting in the morning. And kind of in the spirit of Ramadan and something, Ibrahim, I think we've been talking about since we started the podcast, actually, was that during the month of Ramadan, because everything is very Muslim-centric in our eyes, and I mean, you guys probably know from the last episode already, but we wanted to do a month of Ramadan podcast theme stuff.
Month sounds heavy, even though it's just going to be like 4 episodes.
It will only be 4 months.
Yeah.
Or 4 episodes.
4 months.
But yeah, so basically each episode this month will be something about Islam or Ramadan or fasting or something.
Yeah.
Just, to shout out to all of our Muslim viewers, if there will ever be in the future, but also just, in general, just because it's fun. That's because we're going through it all together. So last week would have constituted the first one. We kind of accidentally did that, and it kind of just worked out.
Yeah, we didn't plan for the last episode to be kind of like religious, cultural...
centric.
Yeah, and then it just
worked.
happened,
So today, to kind of...
Play on the meme
and to mark the last day of us being able to really eat and drink during the day. Me and Ibrahim bought a bunch of Liquid Death from one of the restaurants that we went to that we saw in the cabinet.
Liquid Death is mountain water that's like sparkling water, and the only reason we got it was...
Let me read the
that one says sparkling water.
Mountain
that one says
water,
mountain water,
drinking water from the Alps.
Well, that one says mountain water. This one says sparkling water.
Yeah, because that one's actually going to be sparkling. This is just going to be
That's
normal.
just water? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just
So,
normal.
one of the memes that everyone always says, or like us growing up, we always hear, whenever we tell people we're fasting, we can't eat during the day or anything, we can't consume anything, they're like, not even water? And I'm like, yeah, not even water.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of like funny because the other day we saw these cans at the shop we were at, and we were like, we should get one of these and just talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, it makes us feel cool because we don't drink, but they do look like beer.
They look like some beer can.
That's the whole marketing, I think. They're like heavily geared toward looking like professional, or not professional, but like cool, not lame mountain water, not baby water.
Yeah.
But it's essentially just water. The art is really cool on the front, though.
Murder your thirst.
Let me. Yeah, it's very extreme. Let me read the text on the side of this one. I don't know. Tell me if it's different from the one you're holding, Ibrahim. When a group of teenagers set off into the mountains for a weekend of drinking regular water in plastic bottles, they became hunted by an aluminum can of mountain water that was dead set on murdering their thirsts and recycling their souls. Once cracked open, no thirst is safe from Liquid Death. After ritually dismembering its thirst victims, this brutal can of water used the severed body parts of dead thirsts to build itself a flesh suit, which it used as a disguise to get a job in marketing, but Liquid Death never took the job. It just murdered a bunch more thirsts instead. #death to plastic. We donate 10% of the profits from every can sold to help kill plastic pollution. Interesting.
Yeah, these are different cans. So that one's just the mountain
that's a
water.
different story?
Yeah, that one's not even a story for some of this. That one's mountain water. It's like the white colored one. If you ever go buy one, it's just like the white colored one.
We're also going to post a picture on our Instagram later.
We also have
setup.
We also have the basic black one that's just like Liquid Death.
I think the white is the default.
No, I thought this one was default.
No,
I'm
pretty sure the white.
The box that we were going to buy today was black.
Yeah, but what I see normal, like all the other
Maybe.
YouTubers and stuff, it's always the white.
The black one is just sparkling water from the Alps, whatever. This one has a long story, so I'm going to save it. But
no, if it's different.
No, hold on. And then the gold one that we have is called Mango Chainsaw.
Oh, both of ours have the dent in them. Oh, I thought it was just mine.
Nice. This one has a very small story.
Quality.
It says, the ruthless tall boy of flavored sparkling water is armed with agave nectar and natural electrolytes to refresh your body and murder your thirst. That's all it says.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. Okay, now the black one has a... no, it has the same story.
Oh, that's the one I just read?
Yeah, the infinity recyclable can of stone, blah, blah, blah.
I didn't say that.
When a group of teenagers were set off into the mountains for a weekend of drinking regular water bottles and plastic bottles.
They murdered more thirsts.
They became hunted by an aluminum can of mountain water, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Oh, I just didn't read that part because it wasn't a story. Yeah, so like...
Ingredients,
cool
mountain water, CO2, that's it.
I have never been like that crazy of a like special water guy of any kind.
Yeah.
I think it's cool, But if it comes to me spending my own money on it, I probably won't. Now we have, but this is more like a business spending. You know, it's more like for you need
content.
You spend money to make money, right? So this is that. But like spicy water and like sparkling water. And
Last one we did was Topo Chico, and we talked about it. I think in like static water or whatever.
You're right.
Yeah, I just remember.
I guess we are turning into water people.
No. So we're capping it at this.
Next one, no. Next one's Fiji because you want to do Fiji, right?
No, bro. Fiji's not like important to talk about. Fiji's just Fiji. All my friends have Fiji. I can just go get one of them from there. You know.
I mean, I can understand why people would like. We kind of had a conversation like this in the car, me and Ibrahim, when we were going through the process of getting this, which was strangely difficult. We'll talk about that in a second. But we were like, we're not drinkers ourselves, but like the idea that, like for example, coffee, right? Like it doesn't really taste that good when you're a kid, but then when you get to an adult age and you like the bitter taste, you know. So I imagine people who drink water that's just like extra
spicy.
You like get used to it, I guess, and then you like it. But for somebody uninitiated, the lay person, it just kind of seems extra.
You have last time when we drank Topo Chico, it was literally in your closet or in your pantry. That's why we drank it.
But see, I didn't spend the money on that. My dad gets it from Costco because he likes it and my brothers like it. But
so you don't drink it?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay,
I like it's the same kind of. I'll just like look at it sometimes and I'm like, what the hell? Sure. And I'll drink it. But I'm never like, oh, I don't come back from school, put my bag down, sweat on my brow, I wipe it off, and I'm like, I need some Topo Chico. You know, that's just not me.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't spend like money on water. Like I don't know how much this costed, but like the money was.
Well, you're right. I don't actually know how much it cost. It was like $14, which would have been less than the 12-pack.
True.
But we did pay more per can.
Yes.
But so it was like $15 something, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cans. So that was $2.50 per can, which is kind of weird. Definitely not something a college kid like me would immediately jump to as a product to purchase. But you know, prices are set for all sorts of reasons. And then the one that we got,
but this one's like the famous one, you know.
The one that we saw at the store was 16 for 12, so that's $1.03, $1.33 for each. So that's not bad at all. That's like pretty normal if you're trying to get.
I usually just like go to like Costco or Walmart or something, or like Sam's, and just get like one of those gigantic like crates of water that's just standard whatever off-brand water.
This might actually be at Costco, and it might be cheaper per bottle.
Maybe, I don't remember. Maybe.
I'll check next time I go.
Like I just get like the standard water bottle that like I don't care what type of brand it is,
or like
some weird thing. Yeah, I'll just take that, drink it, boom, done.
There's the blue one, the darker blue one, the blue
there's
green
Dasani,
one.
there's blue one.
Dasani is a blue green one, right?
Yeah. I never actually drink Dasani. Dasani tastes funny. I'll drink it, but like that's the bougie one in my head. Listen,
Dasani is the one that has that weird plastic taste if you leave it out for too long.
Growing up, water was water, right? Dasani was the bougie one in my head.
Really?
And then I got to middle school, my friend used to always drink that Voss one in a glass bottle. And I was like, that's bougier than Dasani. And then I grew up even more, and then these little things came out, Liquid Death, and all the funny little weird names and stuff like that, and those became the bougier. But I've yet to try Dasani.
I think Fiji is still top.
And Fiji's still top.
Fiji's still top for me.
Fiji's like the one, the commercial I remember seeing was like, straight from the water, straight from the
freaking mountains.
The mountain to the bottle. Nothing in between. I'm like, well, okay. Well, so you're just telling me you walked up to a lake and put a bottle in it and filled it up and came back?
There's actually a whole Reddit. It used to be called Water Wiggas. You know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
And then they changed it. They changed the name a bunch, but now it's like Hydration Homies. And it's just people who go to weird places like the mountains and have really good water, and they describe it. And it's always weird because water of all the things has the least taste, the least anything. But they're like, oh, the pitch on the back of the note is actually very strong compared to the saltier water over here.
But you know, while we were doing the food, what was it called? I forgot the episode name, but like the controversial food argument thing. One of the things while I was writing that, coming up with those ideas was, does water taste different?
Water definitely does taste
like
different.
Water from like your tap water, from the fridge, from each different bottled water, all that stuff. I was like, that would take way too much time for us to talk about.
In one place, water doesn't taste different. Like in Texas, water tastes the same almost everywhere.
My tap, my fridge taste different.
Really?
Yeah.
My tap and my fridge
I don't drink from the tap.
Kind of taste the same. But like if you go to like Michigan and drink their water.
Sure, you're gonna
And then you
die
come
as
over
well.
here
But, like,
and you drink our water. You'll be like, whoa.
well, essentially, like,
New York water is weird.
But they're essentially saying like different places have different waters, different bottles have different tastes of water, even though it's all just water.
Yeah, and that's basically what the
And that's why
Reddit
people
likes.
like Liquid Death make money.
Well, I'm very curious because I think it's a California-based company, so
They don't
I
even
don't
have
know.
water. Why are they shipping it out?
They're
bro?
definitely not manufacturing all in California, but like their
No,
water.
bottled at source, Frankenmarker, Austria.
Oh wow!
Never
So
mind.
the water is from Austria. Man, we're gonna have international water.
Mr. Worldwide, yeah, made in Austria.
This is like the same kind of excitement you get from like breathing air. You're like,
Recycle
oh, wow.
or die.
I go to the mountains. And I'm like, oh wow, the air is like thinner up here. It's crazy.
It's crispy.
I don't know what to expect. So we had a very interesting like travel experience in order to actually get these water bottles. Like Ibrahim, first we went to Walmart. You'd think, especially with all of the YouTuber promotion and everything, right? Like these guys, they have a good acclaim that they would be at Walmart.
Right. They were not at Walmart.
They were not at Walmart.
The only, like, I don't know why they were not at Walmart. Walmart has everything. They don't have Voss though, so like maybe they don't have everything.
Yeah, and then we were like, okay, well, let's go to like one of these like special grocery stores. So we went to like Tom Thumb.
Right. Because I remember the Tom Thumb near my house has some. I only had the black one though.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's where I got the idea when I was shopping a little while ago. I was like, we should talk about this on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I never got to it. And then we went to a coffee shop that we went to a couple of weeks ago.
And we just saw like a fridge lined with Liquid Death, and not only the black one, but it had like a bunch of different types. This white, black, and then the.
So we drove across the city just to get some water.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And
Lunchables and chips.
So we went to Tom Thumb, and like Ibrahim was saying, even there, there was only the black one, and it was a 12-pack of only the black ones.
Right.
So we were like, okay, do we get a bunch of extra water that we're probably not going to drink, or probably just going to drink over to like very slowly?
Yeah.
That's kind of expensive. Or spend a similar amount of money and get different types of water and less so we're not wasting. So we drove all the way back to that coffee shop. I walked in there. Ibrahim had to keep the car warm because there were no parking spots. And I talked to the baristas inside and I was like, y'all, I'm really sorry. I have like a really weird request. And I just like waddled to their fridge and opened it and took out one of each. And I was just unloading their Liquid Death. I was trying to take them out so that like the nice arrangement that they had them stacked in, I wasn't messing up because I'm already being weird. And I put them down and I was like, just the Liquid Death, guys. And they're like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I was like, yeah, it's me and my friend are just trying to figure out like what all they taste like, so we just wanted to know, and we couldn't find anywhere else that had all the types. And they were like, yeah, no, we love it, we think it's really great. And one of the people over there is actually like a sparkling water buff. Connoisseur, a specialist. So they were like telling me about all of the different stuff about this water, how the carbonation is just right, all this really nice stuff. I was like hopeful. And they also gave me some baller tips that I want to pass on to Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube listeners. So they told me, you put Topo Chico with ice, lemon or lime, and then just a pinch of salt.
You're making a margarita with Topo Chico.
And apparently, it's really good. And I don't know. So if you guys know and you try it, let us know in the comments. And I'm going to try it. And I'll let you guys know next time I make it on the podcast. But they were so pleasant for something so weird that I was doing. I was like, yo, I feel really bad.
I don't think it's that weird, low-key.
It's not that weird, but it is still strange.
Before you showed up to the coffee shop when we went there last time, there was a chick that just walked in and she just grabbed, you know how like right next to the fridge they have those snacks or whatever?
Yeah.
She just walked in, grabbed the snacks, grabbed the drink and walked out. And like paid for it and walked out. Like it's not that weird, I guess.
I guess a snack is less weird, but the fact that it was a drink in a it's just like adds a little layer of weird. Like when I worked at Starbucks, right? We have that little fridge in the front that's open.
But those are Starbucks things.
Well, there's also non-Starbucks stuff in there.
Sure, but those are more Starbucks.
And then on the shelf there's Starbucks products. So I'm used to seeing people walk into the thing, not buy any coffee, and leave. So, but this is different because not only is it not really like the stores thing at all, but it's like, it's not Starbucks. Starbucks is like a really big corporation, right? Like when you go there, you don't care about how you make the business feel. It doesn't matter. But this nice coffee shop, right? That's their thing. And then walk in there.
We walk in, we go to the third party.
We go to the third party
fridge, and we take from that.
And we don't buy any of their stuff.
Yeah.
So then that's, I guess, where any potential weirdness could come from. But they were really sweet about it, and it worked out.
Anyway.
So now I guess we just
pop it.
Get to popping them. So which one do you want to do first?
I think you said the white one is the basic one.
I think. But yeah, sure. Let's go.
Let's just go with the white one.
We go white and black and gold. Dude, the gold one.
The gold one is mango flavored.
So cool looking. I love the packaging. I'm keeping the bottles. Like, regardless, I'm keeping the bottles.
You're gonna be one of those like girls in our high school that had like Monster or
yes.
like cans in their room.
Keeps the cans around, but they look so good. Like artistically, I just love them so much. No, pop that, bro.
I'm not trying to be too loud, you know.
If you do it,
you're gonna have to edit all these. I told you beforehand. Let's open them.
I'll calm them down if they're
I
bad.
told you beforehand. Let's open them, and you were like, "No, bro."
If it sounds natural enough, then it's fine. Because like, what's this? See, quick.
I mean, I guess
Quick.
Mm-hmm. I'll wait until you drink, and then we'll talk about it.
Man, I'm so glad this podcast isn't video, bro. I'm so glad this podcast isn't video because I feel like a dummy.
Yeah, I know. It's just water. I mean, it tastes flat. I'll tell you that.
It tastes cleaner than Texas water.
Yeah, it tastes like a clear water, but it tastes like water.
It tastes really nice, but it's just water.
It's just water. I think like the Dasani that I have at home might be like around the same thing.
I think the carbonation also like, or not. This isn't carbonation.
This is not
the white one.
Yeah,
but the idea that it like pops and stuff, you feel like it's special. It's
like, oh yeah, let me get my liquid
it's like
death
something
real quick.
Different.
Cheers, guys! And like you have your pinky up, and you're like, I'm a cool e-boy, type of thing.
Do you do that actually? Naturally, my pinky, I just got raised like that, so my pinky will float every time I take a drink of anything.
My pinky will be like a centimeter off of the can. I'll never like actually be like I'm Frenchy, baguette, but it'll just like just not touch it,
There's nothing remotely like polite.
My sister, for some reason, like I think she like taught herself to always have her finger up. So now when she drinks, she used to do it as a joke, but now when she drinks, she's just like that.
I will say though, one of the perks of the refrigerator that we bought it from is it's perfectly chilled. Like it is like.
And this is after a while buying it.
After a while of rolling around, so like this is like refreshing and relaxing, but also
water.
My brand mentality says, "Why
really
are you spending
that, huh?
money? What the hell are you doing? Spending money on pani, bro? Pani downstairs in the tap in the fridge."
You know what I was thinking when we were about to buy that 12-pack?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, so we're gonna buy a 12-pack. We're gonna drink like 1 or 2 max
Whose
each.
house are we gonna keep it in?
Yeah, my mom. I'm gonna take my half home and his half home, and I'm like, Mama, I come home with water. We have water outside. Mama, but this is the liquid death. You're about to get liquid death.
Liquid death haram this.
And like, what's the point?
You're about to feel my liquid death.
Yeah, bro, I'm about to die from this one. All right, black one.
Okay, black one time.
Yeah.
Let's do this one at the same time.
This
ready?
one says sparkling water.
So this one might actually be a little exciting.
Murder your thirst.
Ready? 3, 2.
Oh, you're gonna have to edit a lot of this, bro.
It might be satisfying when I listen back.
Maybe.
So we might be doing a good thing for them.
I mean, unless they hate it, absolutely. There's no smell. I keep trying to smell it, but there's no smell. I don't know.
The artist is so lit.
Oh, Topo Chico. This is a little like softer than Topo Chico, though.
That's exactly what that lady or that person said. They said the same thing. They said it's like Topo Chico, but the only thing that's her favorite, but the only thing, or their favorite, but the only thing is that they don't like how strong Topo Chico is, and this is softer. Which is why she said put the ice, because the ice makes it softer.
Loki, if this was flavored,
this is nice.
If this one was flavored, if the mango one is like this, then this would be fine. I don't really like the Topo Chico. I felt like it hit too hard, but I still finished it because I was thirsty. Mm-hmm. But this one's like softer, and I can probably drink this can if it was flavored. Yeah,
low-key, I kind of like this one a lot better because you're right, the balance is good. The water still tastes really nice.
Uh-oh, I forgot about something.
Yeah.
I gotta start burping now.
Oh, no.
Now it's carbonated. Now I gotta burp.
See, we don't have the kind of mic right now that you can just like wiggle away.
Oh no! You know when you like burp, like your mouth is closed, so it doesn't seem like you're burping. You're like, like you kind of do that little like, yeah. Like you got a hiccup, but it's just a burp. Yeah.
We're not video right now, man, so we're all good.
Now when we start doing video stuff, everyone's gonna be like, "Damn, bro, it's a big burp."
The frequency of some of these burps though, like, will be so low that it'll come right through your mouth into the mic.
We'll just move the mic, be like, and then I come back. That'll be fine. This is not bad.
Yeah, I like it. I really like it.
I can drink this. But I don't think I'd go back and like buy it. You know, if it was presented to me, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, bro, liquid death, yeah, 100%. Let me get that instead of Topo Chico."
I have a list of things in my mind like for when I'm older and, inshallah. Oh, I don't know if we've explained it before, but I guess now that Ramadan is around, we'll initiate our podcast viewers with all the lingo. So by the time that we are deeper into this, then everyone will know what all these words
Yeah, we're
mean.
just starting off with the water to keep it light and chill and watery.
Right. Nice and basic.
Nice and punny.
Inshallah, the word inshallah just means like God willing.
If God is willing.
But it more kind of just means like hopefully in the future,
Yeah.
in normal conversation. So inshallah, when I get enough money to, I have this goal in my mind. I don't need to be rich. I just need to have enough money that I can buy stuff and not worry about how much it costs.
Fair. You want to be comfortable.
Right. And there's a list of products in that range where it's like, I want to not worry about it because I'm a math guy. Budgeting is very important to me. So I don't want to worry about it.
You have a spreadsheet and I'm like, bro, it's fine. Like, no,
It's
it's
so good, dude.
My spreadsheet's like this.
Helps. You know how many people have asked for my template?
Okay, man.
Publish it.
Okay, Mr. Bailey. Anyway.
But so gasoline is on that list.
Of course.
Certain snacks are on that list. And I would put the black liquid death on that list.
Yeah, I can get down with that. Like I think exactly like you said, if I had no worry about money right now, I'd be down to like have this instead of like Topo Chico in your house. Like I'd have this in my house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I'd be down for that. But then again, it was $15 for $16 ish for 12.
Yeah, it was like 1 1/4 for one.
Each month spend $15 because you're gonna finish it.
That's not bad. I mean,
Times 12.
think about it like it's not something you drink idly, especially because it's water.
But people drink this religiously, bro. Come on.
I know, and those people have money.
I
But
guess.
This is like we have podcasts, so like once a week we'll have one.
Yeah, like every week we might go like get Dutch Bros, Starbucks.
Yeah, or you'd like meet friends up.
Yeah, and you just get a drink and you're like, yeah.
So like this kind of fits in that slot of my mind. Like I have the juices that only guests will have when guests come around. So that's like in there. So you wouldn't have that many.
My dad brought. So we're supposed first day of Ramadan is tomorrow, actual fasting. And my dad bought juice a little while ago, and like some soda, right? And he's like, "This is full." He didn't say anything about it, but I walked in home. I was really thirsty. I wanted juice, and I saw the box of the thing of juice.
Bro.
It's hitting, huh? And I asked I saw the juice, and I looked at my dad. I was like, "Is this for the people coming on Ramadan day?" He goes, "No, that's for us." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Mom was like, "Why'd you ask?" I'm like, I don't know. I feel like if my dad buys anything, it's usually for like the people coming over. I don't know. She goes, "No, just open it and drink it."
It's
like,
future buying. It's not current.
I gotta
buying.
make sure nowadays. Like, are people coming over? Yes. I can't drink this.
I gotta make sure because I might fiend on it on accident.
Yeah, I almost killed that bottle that day. Literally, like it was brand new.
That's one of the crazy things about Ramadan. I guess we'll get more into it later. But when you fast, you can't eat a lot. And also your desire for snacking kind of goes down slightly, especially because you have to learn to not focus.
Yeah.
But at night, whenever you normally, as without fasting, you have these cravings of like eating junk food or whatever.
Yeah.
During Ramadan, you can like do it because you didn't eat much in the day.
Yeah, you're like, I mean,
So
I'm making up the calories.
I'll be fine. So like, you not only can eat all of the gross like chips and nachos and candy and all that, but also since it's at the nighttime, you have less time. So you're not even going to get to eat as much compared to when you eat normally. Mm-hmm. Every Ramadan, I see myself going into the pantry late at night, and I'm like,
What do I? My mom the other day, she was like, "Raheem, you're eating cereal at night. Like, that's not healthy and stuff like that." I'm like, "Mama, I'm getting ready for Ramadan. I have to eat at night."
That's true.
She goes, "Boy." Well, I was gonna say spoiled, but they don't even know. We'll break it down later. Okay, last one.
Yeah.
Mango one. Okay.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
So
I'm really hoping the mango one's like the black one, but flavored. I'm really hoping. I know the lady said it differently, but I'm really hoping it.
It's not the best. But she said
it's opinionated.
She said the flavor's not good, but as a whole thing, I don't know what it would be. I really hope this is the best one because the packaging is the coolest. Because
the flavor, I like the black one, but like I said, if it was flavored, I think I'd like it even more. Worthy enough for me to go buy it.
Yeah, so this is like the medium between the white and the black.
Yeah, hopefully.
And it's called Mango Chainsaw, which is the other one was sparkling water, white one was mountain water, and this really inhibits that extreme liquid death nature.
Do you think they'll come out with a white one that's flavored? It's just water that's flavored?
The weird thing is, as a brand, it's really cohesive because their colors are white, black, and gold.
Sure.
So I don't know if they can make any more because they've run out of color matches. They've run out of possibilities.
I feel like you could make this like blue and gold.
I wouldn't have a problem with it. But then that's when you like, how like when you start with something, you have like a base idea.
Sure.
And then you blow the gasket. So like that's when.
But at the same time.
That's when everything is open.
They can just make this can white that referencing it's just water instead of sparkling water like that one. and then just like change like a color or add like a different colored font. Green apple. You know what I mean?
That's interesting. Yeah, like they could color code them. So black means black. Oh, so gold is everything flavored. Black is everything sparkling.
Also, this is mango. Mango can correlate to gold if you want.
I guess it is gold because it's mango, but also gold is the only color option left of the combinations after the black and the white. So everything flavored can be gold, and then you can change the secondary color, like you were saying.
Yeah.
To match the whatever. And since this is gold, there's like a light white yellow line instead of the white completely.
I'm telling you, bro.
This one has gold in the
Listen,
back.
Liquid Death. I'm currently in college, but I'll happily drop out if you need a person working on your designs
absolutely.
and your flavor tasting.
Dude, as a company, I bet they're hella fun. Okay.
Probably fun, yeah.
Let's get into it. Ready?
And I'm pretty sure sooner or later they're going to come out with like an alcoholic version. They have to.
I don't think they are, because their whole thing is they're trying to imitate beer, but not do it exactly. So I think philosophically they don't want to.
Not like a beer, but more of like a
seltzer?
a hard seltzer.
Yeah.
Because look, the first time we saw this, we're like, oh, hard seltzer. And then I read it, I was like, no, that's actually a drink. Like
but that's
water.
the point of the branding. It's
Maybe,
supposed to trick you. But to your point, like Bud Light and all those companies, which we never thought would do seltzers, now they're all doing seltzers and light drinks. So I guess maybe. Since the last time, for first one we did like separate, and yours was weak, and then the next one we did them at the same time. Why don't we do it like kind of off?
Huh?
Like instead of at the same time.
You're really thinking about this. Okay, go for it. This is more editing for you, so you do whatever the heck you want to do.
Yeah, it's all the same. 3, 2, 1.
Am I go first? You go first.
Yeah. Ooh! I don't know if you could hear that, but mine was good.
Okay, smell it. This one actually has to smell. I'm enjoying the smell.
Ooh, that smells
the barista,
awesome.
So far, the barista's wrong.
It's just a smell.
It's just a smell, though.
It's just a smell.
Your barista's wrong.
No, I think she's right.
I kind of like it.
They're right. I'm so sorry if you listen to this. I keep messing up.
She or they or what?
They are right that it's subtle.
It's subtle, but like I like it more than the black one because there's a flavor to it.
Right.
Like I said earlier. Also, I have a really bad idea, but I kind of want to try it.
I want to mix it.
Maybe it's not bad. No. See, what happened was when we were buying this, we were at Walmart and I was really hungry, so I bought a Lunchable. I actually bought 2 Lunchables and I destroyed them. They're really good, kind of.
Really quick.
They're mid. But they also came with 2 Capri Sun.
Oh yeah, we have them on the side to wash them down, right?
Well, what if I just take the Capri Sun and squeeze it into my normal non-flavored
Don't dilute it, but like
sip and sip?
Sip and sip, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So what they told me was that the agave nectar, which I just found on the ingredients, is what kind of throws off the taste of the mango. And I kind of see what she's saying.
I don't know. I vibe with it.
I like it. It's a good light taste, and if you because now that they've added juice and stuff, right? If you look at the sugar, it's only 3 grams.
Bottled at source in Austria, but manufactured for Liquid Death Mountain Water, Santa Monica, California.
Wait, read that again.
It says bottled at source.
Right, Austria.
Then it says manufactured for Liquid Death Mountain Water, Santa Monica, California.
Yeah, so they're a California company, but they bottled they bottled it in
Austria.
Is from Austria, yeah.
You keep saying Pani as if anyone knows.
I'm just so used to it. Pani in Urdu means water.
Yeah.
How do you say water in Arabic?
Moi.
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 Mai or moi?
Moi.
Mai.
Moi.
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 Rajibli Moi, go get me water.
Interesting.
Yeah. Or Matt, if you want to be like formal.
Matt. There's no ingredients list on the black one. What?
Actually, I don't know. It's just water.
I'm just spinning it, bro. I can't find it.
Oh, I remember. It literally just says water. Look. Ingredients. Mountain water, CO2.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. So then, yeah, because this has like sugar in it, there's only 3 grams of sugar in the whole 17 ounce.
20 calories for the gold one, though. Everything else is just water. Bro, I love that their ingredients list is like 2 things.
That's kind of hard, dude.
That's really hard.
Wait, dude, I'm not blind. On the white one, I think because it's straight water, they don't even need to say it.
They don't, honestly, but...
Is that legal? Is that a thing?
It's just water. They don't need to put anything on there.
I swear, I guess, yeah, H2O. What is
just H2O? Yeah, what are you gonna put? H2O?
No, even water bottle companies, they do that because they need to tell you
But they also put more stuff in the water.
Concentration of minerals or whatever.
Yeah, they put minerals and stuff like that. If they just go and grab a water from the Alps. It's not supposed to have any minerals.
Here's the Muslim connection. Okay, so
Okay, now we're actually going to start the Ramadan thing for 30 minutes in.
in Islam, right, there's a special kind of water called Zamzam water, which is like mountain water. It's like spring water.
Right.
Only in Medina that the water exists. And it's really good. I don't know if it's just like the placebo effect of the significance and the story of the religion and all that, but I love that. And drinking this, thinking of that, it's very similar. It has that weird like clarity, like it's
it's like clear, like it's
clear.
flat, but like
and because it's lightly chilled, it has that layer of like tingle, like it's cold. It's like really refreshing.
Yeah.
So I want to give this to my mom. Actually, I want to see what
like
she
Mama,
thinks.
here I got you some Zamzam.
Yeah. But it's really good.
I had Zamzam like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, my mom whips out the Zamzam anytime
I have
something important happens.
I have 2 5-gallon bottles of Zamzam. I'm like, okay, we're going straight to heaven. Yeah, it's good. Anyway,
especially after having the other 2 and then going back to the white. The white tastes a lot better.
The white seems like the water, and then these 2 taste like drinks.
Yeah, like drinks. That's very interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know about it, guys. How are y'all?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out a segue into Ramadan, but there's, I don't know.
Drinking water and then saying,
so
this is the last water.
So Ramadan, we'll somehow start this off.
I guess, okay, so let's give a basic explanation of what Ramadan is, just in case anybody doesn't know. I don't want to assume, but you know.
So Ramadan is a religious monthly fast for all Muslims, where they literally fast from sunrise to sunset. Every year it moves up 11 days, so like it's not exactly the same
because
month.
It follows the lunar calendar.
Yeah.
The lunar calendar shifts.
It doesn't follow the exact same month. Like this year, starting on April 1st, it'll end roughly around May 1st.
I remember when Ramadan used to be during Halloween.
Oh. Yeah, I remember the days it was on like any religious, not religious, like American religious holidays. Were kind of funny.
Like Thanksgiving, dude. Oh, that was still when we were little, but
yeah.
when Ramadan was during Thanksgiving, oh, dude,
you sit there and you're like, "Ma, when's iftar? When are we having turkey?"
Yeah, you have to wait to have your feast and like after 8 o'clock, and I mean technically that is how you already eat it.
Kind of, yeah. But then there's also Black Friday shopping at night and stuff like that.
You're just like de-energized.
So you're like, I gotta go to Taraweeh, and then I go. Anyway, we'll explain this stuff. So, so it's a 30-day process. Roughly. It's a 30-day thing. So you don't eat from sunrise to sunset,
which kind of changes, especially during the season. Like, when daylight savings and everything shifts around, the sun and the moon. So we have, like, different times, and they correlate to our prayer times. Yeah. So we have Fajr, or I guess in Arabic you say Fajr, right?
It's Fajr.
And that is sunrise, roughly. So you have to eat before the time of prayer for Fajr starts. The moment it hits, you can't eat after that point.
Yeah.
And usually that's like an hour, so I wake up at, like, 4:30.
Yeah. And this year, I think it's at 6 o'clock.
It's at 6?
6 a.m. Fajr. So you're going straight to class right after?
I have a class. Yeah. Oh, God.
I was doing the math in my head. Every year, I try to figure out the math in my head. No, when I was signing up for classes for the semester, I was like, I got to figure out how I'm going to wake up.
No, you're not. Your summer ones are not during Ramadan at all.
No, when I was signing up for this semester.
Oh, right.
When I was still doing like a whole like engineering stuff with you.
And we both ended up taking night classes?
Yeah, and then we both ended up taking night classes. My night class is 3 hours long, and my iftar is in the middle of that class.
Mine too. So yeah, we're not going to iftar in those days.
I'm like, okay, it looks like I'm eating chips in the middle of class.
We'll get to iftar.
Yeah, so Fajr is when you stop eating. Essentially, that means sunrise. There's a saying that works for sunrise and sunset, because you're allowed to eat at sunset, where it's like, I'm not going to say the Arabic version, but like the English version essentially means you stop, for the Fajr, when you stop eating, when you can tell the difference between a white string and a black string based on light. And vice versa for at night. You're allowed to start eating when it's dark enough for you cannot tell a difference between a white string and a black string.
Yeah.
So that goes hard, bro. That's a hard line.
Very magical.
Yeah.
I think the general rule is like when you see the color transition, that's sunrise or sunset, depending on.
And so from sunrise, you just live on your day. You go to work, you go to class, whatever. You do some religious reading. You
try to study.
You pray. You come back to class, you go to your 900 different chores, you go back home, and then around sunset, people start making food. And then at sunset,
Which, dude, for all the people who make food during fasting, y'all are the G's, bro.
bro, I gotta make food.
Y'all are the champs because you're cooking while you can't eat food. You can't taste to see if it's good or not, and it's always good anyway.
Yeah, my mom, whenever she like makes food and she invites people over, she goes, "Listen, I was fasting, so like if there isn't enough salt in there, my bad." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's fair."
Yeah.
And then at Maghrib, which is like the sunset prayer time,
Yeah.
you are allowed to start eating, and you just start eating. Most people break their fast with a date.
Yeah, that's like the tradition, and
that's why dates right now, if you like go to any market, you'll start seeing like dates on like sale, just because markets know that this time of year ish they'll start selling dates.
I actually have to go get dates. We don't have any.
Bro, I got so many dates at home. Those are file Majul ones, the red box. Oh,
good brand.
Those are bomb. Anyway,
it's like we were told like when we were kids, and I guess like that tradition. It's you eat a date because dates are full of really good natural sugar, so it helps you immediately feel better.
Also, it's what the Prophet broke his fast on,
it's what the
and
Prophet
all that,
broke, and that's why he did. And, you know, all these things. So dates go hard on Ramadan.
Dates
They're
are
really
fire.
good. They are guilty-less snacks. Like you literally you
can get filled off of like 3 dates for like a good solid 3 hours.
Yeah, you will not ever worry about
I remember like a
days.
Ramadan a couple years ago where like I broke my fast, I drank a bottle of water, I ate like 3 dates or so. I don't remember how many dates I ate. And I was like, okay, I'm good for the next like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And it felt like, because for some reason, Ramadan makes your stomach just shrink. And you don't feel like eating that much even though you didn't eat the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels weird.
Yeah, the moment you eat iftar, okay. So at Fajr, the morning prayer time, it's called Sahari, right, or Suhoor, depending.
Yeah, we call it Suhoor, they call it Sahri or whatever. Yeah.
And the word just means eat before.
Yeah, you're eating at night, and the idea of you're going to fast the next day.
And then iftar is the word that means
breakfast.
Now you get to eat.
Iftar literally means breakfast.
Really?
You're breaking fast.
I didn't know that.
Breakfast, breaking fast. Literally, that's it.
Break fast. Oh,
yeah, bro, look at that. Yeah.
So
iftar means breaking fast.
Iftar, the food, like you can eat like for Desis, it's really traditional. Like you have samosa for iftar, and then you have ruhaf zadud, which is milk with like rose water,
that stuff
rose syrup in it, and like chia seeds, and that literally enough. The date, the samosa, and the milk is enough to fill you up, dude.
Yeah, true.
It's crazy how quickly it fills you up. So like, you don't even want to eat any more than you already do.
Yeah.
Like you immediately
usually
forget.
like later on in the night because then you start getting hungry again.
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially it. But yeah, you break your fast, you eat a date, drink some water.
You
can have whatever meal you want. You can have a burger, you can have whatever. There isn't like a specific thing you eat. And then you go and pray something we call tarawih. Tarawih, from what I understood, is a little bit different for both of our sides.
Yeah, this is more you thing.
So my Sunni side, tarawih, you go pray Asha, which is like the final prayer for the 5 prayers that we have every day. And tarawih is roughly 20 something odd prayers. Each one is in two rak'at. So it's like, I don't know how to explain it.
Two sets.
I guess, yeah, 2 sets. And then you pray. Usually the sunnah is 8. Sunnah is like something you're supposed to do. Like if you don't do it, it's not bad. But sunnah is like you're recommended to do. Sunnah is you pray 8, right? When you pray in tarawih, the guy leading, the imam, the religious leader, he reads.
Like the priest.
Yeah. He starts reading the Quran. They try to finish a chapter of the Quran every night on the Tarawih. Mm-hmm. So by the time you're done, there's 30 chapters in the Quran. By the time you're done with all 30 chapters, you're done with all 30 days.
It's very nice ribbon around the whole thing. The whole like, even for us, the whole thing is you're supposed to read the Quran during the month.
Yeah.
As an extra way to practice,
being religiously good.
What's the word? Determination, not the other one for it, like. Self-control, like to practice the ability to control all aspects of your life.
It's also really good because it's like if you're reading it on a normal day, like not Ramadan, it's like good. What's the word?
It's you get a lot of good boy points for it.
Good boy points for it. I don't know what's the word.
There's
blessing,
sawab. I don't know.
I'm trying to find the English version of it.
Yeah, blessing is the word for it. Yeah,
because you got like sins and then blessings. I guess, right?
Sin would be
sin is like doing something negative.
Guna. And then blessing is sawab.
Sawab, yeah. I don't know what the English version of it is.
Blessing and sin. It's the same
sure. Blessing. We'll call it blessings. Which is, I don't think is the right wording for it.
For some white right now.
Yeah, I keep bouncing between a black and a gold just because I feel like they're on the same level and then the white's for later.
I'm thinking I'm going to save the white for like actual hydration.
Yeah. Because that's a good water.
It is good.
But like, I don't want to waste it and I'll just drink the drink versus the water. You know what I mean? Right. And so, like, if you read Quran during the year, or it's like a normal time, it's good. Like, you get the blessings for it. But if you read it during Ramadan, you get even more blessings for it. And there's like a specific thing. How many? Most people try to finish the Quran as many times as they could during Ramadan. I know people that finish it like 8 times in Ramadan, and I'm like, bro, I can barely finish it once. Like, it depends on who you are. Most religious leaders, they're like, read a page a day if you want. Like, it's not even. You don't have to finish reading.
Yeah, my grandma, she says just read a line. Like, if you're bored, just read a line.
Yeah, it's like, just try to read it.
What we say is like a juz, but like it's just like one set of lines. Just read as much as you can.
Just read as much as you can. It's like,
put it away when
try. Some people say like memorize. We do this whole thing where it's called like memorizing a story. I'm saying so many of these words. I'm trying to convert it from Arabic to English.
Weird. It's not
really a hard balance. I'm trying to memorize a surah. A surah is a story.
A prayer.
And so you try to memorize a surah, just like, to help your life go on, bro. You get good blessings during Ramadan, bro.
I guess it's not a Hail Mary, but it's like the other ones.
Huh?
Like, Hail Mary is one of those things that Catholics have to do, like a dua, like a surah.
Yeah.
Right. But ours are not as long. Hail Marys are pretty long. Like, you have to.
I think Hail Marys are more dua, and then a surah is a surah. That's how I know it.
In my mind, surahs and duas are very similar. It's just that
for us
action you're doing.
Because some of them are stories. They're not dua.
But they're all recited the same.
Yeah, but they're stories versus dua.
No. Even the dua in the translation is still a story.
No, dua is dua, bro. We'll talk about this later.
Sure.
Well, after we explain this.
Yeah.
And then, what else did we miss? So yeah, you eat, and then we do tarawih. You do tarawih as many times as you can, for as long as you can. There's 20-something prayers. I'm gonna get yelled at for not knowing how many there is. And then, I really am. And then you essentially just go home. You can continue praying out through the night. That's called Qiyam al-Layl, which is like just being up during the night. I think that's the word for word translation. Mm-hmm. But essentially, you're like praying, you're reading Quran, you're being religious. And you're just like, asking God for forgiveness, being a good person, trying to get to heaven. Mm-hmm. And then you have suhoor and you repeat. You sleep whenever you want to. It's not like an overnighter. It's
actually recommended to sleep during the day. And that's a really weird thing. In general, in the Quran especially, it says don't waste a day, right? Don't just sleep all hours. And then all of these very concerned uncles and aunties are like, my son is sleeping all day. And the priests are actually like, no. During Ramadan, it's actually good too, because you're staving off that the pain from the from the hunger and the pain. So
kind of, yeah. And so what I usually do is like, I'll sleep before suhoor. So if I finish tarawih around like 11-12 max, I'll sleep from then until suhoor, and from suhoor I'll be up for a little bit. I'll go like work out or something. If I want to work out, it's really hard to work out when you're not eating or drinking water.
Oh my god, it's so hard.
And so you just do it at night. Like, I used to go like the walk right after suhoor, like as the sun rises. Just walk it out, bro. Go to the lake that's near my house. Like, I just used to walk. That's it. And then I know people that sort of tarawih is done from 1 a.m. to like 3. Hard workout in gym. Yeah, get buff, boys.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
nuts.
You're backwards. And your life is backwards.
the kind of reasoning for like the whole like sunrise sunset thing is, in the Islamic lunar calendar, Maghrib, the sunset, is actually the start of the next day. Yeah. That's why Ibrahim said breakfast, because technically that's the start of the next day, and Isha is when you're like into the day, because the day's already started. So the order seems kind of weird. It's almost like night and day are inverse.
We have become mummies.
Time-wise, yeah.
Vampires.
But another thing, I guess, about Ramadan, a lot of people who don't really like understand it would be like, oh, why are you guys like hurting yourselves? Like, why are you guys doing this? What's the point? So, Ibrahim, for the Sunnis, what's the whole like the whole point of Ramadan? What's the reason you fast?
I've heard a lot of different reasons why we fast. Some say like, I truly don't actually have like a solid answer. Some people say like, oh, the standard saying, God said we do it, so we do it.
Yeah.
That's one of the things we say, or I heard, sorry. Mm-hmm. And then there's one that's like, God is trying to make you understand how people who are in worse circumstances feel. Like the homeless, the people at war, all that type of stuff. The people who do not have food and water to eat and drink. It'll make you feel how they feel, and you can understand that. Because at the end of the month, you also go like pay a certain little zakat and all that stuff. Like you go
Donation
like
to
like kind of donation
needy,
type of thing.
or the people who need it, the needy and the poor
Yeah,
and stuff
and
like
so
that.
it's kind of like just understanding everyone's.
Our mosque, we
hurts.
make food packages and then we go deliver.
Yeah,
it
there's
to the
people who
homeless
make
shelter.
food packages. There's people who there's like little clubs, organizations that you give your money to them, and they'll take that money and like either food packages, clothes packages, and food for like a month or something like that. Like $15 can feed a family of 2 for like a month or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like a lot of those little things. That's kind of the main thing I run off of. Like we're just kind of understanding how people in worse circumstances are living, and understanding that God's like, hey, you guys live great. You have death water over here, liquid death.
You guys are paying for water.
You're paying for water in Capri Sun. You just got 2 Lunchables and destroyed it in literally 45 seconds. What about everyone else? Here, fast for 30 days. There's also more like a story behind it. I just can't remember the exact wording for it, so I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah,
so
that's safe.
Look it up and tell your story and see if I can find it, because I remember.
Sure. I mean, yeah, very, very similar for us. It's a combination of you want to appreciate what you have, because it's, very human thing is that you don't appreciate something until it's gone. So, the people who don't have it feel how they feel, think how they think, right? Use it to steady yourself. And then there's a secondary aspect, or not secondary as in it's lesser, but another part where it's about learning how to control your deepest desires, right? So like during Ramadan, when you're fasting, there's a lot of things that can break your fast, right?
Oh, there's so many, bro.
So many things
It's
that can
hard
break
to
your
be in
fast.
America.
Like you can't get into a fight.
You can't hurt anyone. You can't talk down
You
against
can't
anyone.
kill animals, I
You
think.
can't.
Like-
Unless you're like gonna eat. Like if you're hunting and eating, then I might.
No,
pass
like
off.
yeah, absolutely. But like if like a mosquito lands on you, you can't
you
kill
just,
it.
like,
You have
push
to
it off.
you have to like wave
Yeah.
it off. You can't.
Don't kill insects.
You have to balance your pleasures and things like that. You can't do that during.
Don't
the
be
fasting.
a horny little boy.
And all of these different things on top of the literal aspect of you trying to stave off the number one urge in your body, right, which is to eat.
Yeah.
You have to also
Basic
do that.
necessities, food and water, you can't even have. So,
Yeah.
there's also, nowadays it's bigger, like listening to music has been a big conversation.
Yeah.
And like
Islamic
religious leaders
music
and
is
everything.
also, like,
Music is not considered haram. Haram is like, no, don't do it. Haram, bad. Incorrect. Right?
yeah.
Music is considered makruh, which means like just people
Shouldn't
don't like
do
it.
but it's alright.
It's
if
not.
you
It's
do.
not haram.
Yeah, it's not haram, so you like don't feel
Right?
too
It's
bad.
like eating pork for Muslim people is haram, right?
Yeah, that's a red tape. They call it red tape.
Yeah. But if you listen to music, it's not considered haram. If you listen to like, I'm not gonna say those words on a podcast, but like the
Yeah.
really bad stuff,
Yeah.
then yeah, maybe it's haram. But
My
like,
mama could hear me through
Yeah.
the universe.
and so that's why some people are like arguing like, well, if I listen to opera, it should be fine because like I don't understand Latin. If I just listen to instrumentals, it should be fine. And that's what I was told too. Like my family, they understand I listen to music a lot. They're like, try not to, but if you will, veer off of like rap and like hip hop and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's fair. Honestly, I'm fine with that. That's why in the car today you heard me listening to opera and Mozart and stuff like that. Trying to find a good playlist, or like people listen to podcasts. I listen to podcasts.
I listen to a lot of podcasts. Normally, but especially during Ramadan.
Yeah, during Ramadan, I listen to
I'll also
podcasts.
listen to all the
like,
speeches that I miss if I can't go to the mosque because of
Yeah.
class or something. I'll
I
listen to
listened
those in the
last
car.
year. I listened to Dr. Death, the whole thing for it, the podcast.
Wow.
You know what Dr. Death is?
Yeah.
The doctor who like thought he was doing the right surgery and stuff like that and botched like half of a human. That type of stuff. You can listen to whatever you want. It's just like it's very iffy.
But
on
you
music.
also have
Right.
to control music. So like it's all about balancing all of these things in your life. Not only things you take for granted, but also things that you really want to do. And you can't. You have to control it.
Yeah, here, let me throw this in there because it kind of
Sure.
relates to what we're both saying right now. So if you Google like the origin of Ramadan and stuff like that, it says, I completely forgot about this. I don't know how I forgot about this, but as Gabriel appeared to the Prophet Muhammad and revealed to him the Quran, the Islamic holy book, the Revelation, Laylatul Qadr, which is the night of power, when the Quran came down, is believed to have occurred during Ramadan. Muslims fast during that month as a way to commemorate the revelation.
The revelation.
Sure, of Quran. And then it says the 3 reasons Ramadan is important Muslims believe that Ramadan teaches them to practice self-discipline, self-control,
Discipline, that's
sacrifice, and empathy for those who are less fortunate, thus encouraging actions of generosity and compulsory charities.
Compulsory charity.
Muslims also believe that fasting helps instill compassion for the food insecure poor, which means like people who can't get food, anyone who doesn't have the ability to get food, eat every single day, homeless, broke, stuff like that.
Sick, everything.
Sick, all that above.
And there are exceptions. Like if you are sick, you're not supposed to fast. Like if you're ill,
if you're sick, if you're pregnant, or if you're traveling.
Yeah, if you're traveling, you're also not supposed to if you're pregnant. And also, if you're unable, like if you have a certain disease, like I'm pretty sure most diabetic people don't fast. If you have to
Thomas
take
is
pills.
diabetic, and he was like, "Yo, what is the religious thing?" If I was like Muslim, I told him like, if you can, you definitely should. Like, go for it.
But if
if you can't, you're supposed to either like donate a certain amount of like money or feed a certain amount of people. Like there's a certain number for
that's
both
basically
of those.
it. Also, if you're on your cycle, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, you're supposed to make up the days later.
If you are what's the word? If you're like if an earlier day of fasting really took it out of you, like you were like you felt your insides hurting really bad, you're not supposed to do it the next day. You're supposed to take a break so that you're not hurting yourself, because Islamic philosophy in general is you're not supposed to damage the vessel that God gave you, right? So don't do anything crazy. You're not supposed to go overboard, right? Like if you go to the gym and then you all of a sudden need to eat like a cow, and then it's also seri and you can't eat and you fast during the, like, it's okay.
There's been times where I did not eat anything for suhoor and just like fast the whole day.
Well, that's another word. There's a specific fast for when you don't eat anything during seri. I'm forgetting the name. My mom told me it's a very scary sounding name. Faja. I don't know what is Arabic, but faja is what we call it in Urdu, and it's like extreme fasting. It's like you don't eat anything all day.
I've had those days many times. I'm like, Mom, you didn't wake me up for suhoor, bro.
Oh, I hate it, dude. Why are parents so bad at waking you up?
My parents don't care about suhoor. Sometimes they'll be like, if I eat. If I don't, oh well, just give me like a water and like wake me up. I'll drink that and call it a day. But I'm like, listen, I am a growing boy. I have 6 feet of living to accommodate. I'm gonna need to eat.
I have some density right now.
Yeah, I need some density.
I evenly.
I used to eat a lot before Ramadan. I gotta at least like somehow keep up with that. Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah, that's just like hardcore fasting. I remember growing up, this used to always be a joke. People would be like, your friends would be like, "Hey, are you fasting, bro? Yeah, bro. You fasting, bro? Yeah, bro. Can't you smell my breath stinks, bro? Because I didn't eat anything. And my breath was horrible, bro."
Yeah, you're still allowed to brush your teeth.
Yeah, you're still gonna brush your teeth. Don't drink.
You don't have to
swallow
do all that.
Like the water.
Just
and, like,
swallow the water. It's not that hard.
Supposedly, it's anything that changes the taste of your mouth will break your fast.
I've never heard that.
Which means if you brush and swallow, then it'll change like your, I guess like not esophagus, but like throat idea. It'll change because your bad sense of smell from your mouth can come from like esophagus, can come from not brushing your teeth, stuff like that.
Gingivitis.
But, yeah, and so if you like brush your teeth and then you swallow, your throat will pick it up and your esophagus will pick it up and be like, "Oh, we're gonna smell like mint today."
Yeah.
And so that's why people have that little like, I don't know if you guys have it, but like the miswak thing.
Oh no, but I know what you're
it's
talking
like a little like bamboo shoot type of thing. It's like a brush.
Scraper.
Yeah, that is a century-old toothbrush that doesn't have a smell.
The Prophet used to use. And all
yeah,
that.
and doesn't have a smell, doesn't have a taste, doesn't have anything. It's just like a little scrapey scrape, and like it'll just clean your teeth and be completely fine.
What I've always been told as a kid is that it's just anything that doesn't come from your body initially, and I didn't know this. Interesting. So actually, this is kind of gross. If you're around food, hold up a second.
Pause.
When I was little,
I'm not gonna be drinking my liquid death. Hashtag not a sponsor.
not a sponsor. Maybe sponsored.
Maybe a sponsor.
Unless.
Hey yo.
So when I was a kid, so when you're a kid, the way your parents teach you.
When
Ramadan,
I was a kid, and when you're a kid, right?
The way your parents introduce you to Ramadan is they don't make you do full fast until you're older, so you do half. So I never understood it and then when I got to that point where I was doing full fasts, I was like, "Oh my God, there's water in my mouth."
Oh.
I can't swallow this. So me and my brother actually had spit buckets that we would sit next to all day. This was only one day, but this day was like extreme fasting. Every time saliva came, we would spit it out. And that bucket, hiking nasty. And then my mom, she was at like work or doing something or during the day going shopping. And she came back in the afternoon, late in the afternoon. Me and my brother were like literally dehydrated because no water was in us, like on the couch watching Disney Channel. And she was like, "What are you guys doing?" And she explained, "You are allowed to swallow your saliva. It's already in your body.
You pick up that bucket and you just chug
you're
it
not
out.
you're not allowed to like eat gum, right? Because even though the gum you're not swallowing it, the juices from the gum you will swallow. And we were like imagine like husks of people were like, oh, okay, that's good. And then my mom was like, go break your fast, you idiots. And we're like, all right.
Do you remember your English is not my thing today. Do you remember when you first started fasting? Like what age?
No. That's really weird because I had a little brother, so I had to recently remember the whole idea of like, weaning someone into Ramadan. I can't remember for the life of me a time when I didn't fast.
I remember when I tried to fast as a little kid. I remember being in elementary school. I think I was in 2nd and 3rd grade trying to fast. But mom was like, listen, you're a kid. You have recess. If you're outside and you're playing and you get dehydrated, drink water.
It's just straight draining you, dude.
Yeah, she's like, honestly, just drink water. You don't eat. You don't have to eat. I know you don't want to eat. Just drink water. And so I would fast. I would do like that half fast where I would drink water. And so I'd be like outside. It'd be like 100 degrees outside running. And like, oh my God, Nina, don't touch me. Cooties. And then I'd go drink water because I'm about to pass out from not having anything.
Yeah.
And then I think I started fasting before I moved my house. Did I start fasting? Yeah, I started fasting in first elementary school too. So that means I was fasting in 3rd grade, which means I did the half-day fast. So like roughly 3rd grade, I started half-day fasting. When I got into 4th grade, I was fasting fully, which is weird.
I remember
now that I think about it.
When I was a kid that my family has always been really religious. Not like zealot, but like, we really care. So ever since I was a kid, which is what most kids who even aren't religious do. They see Ramadan as a fun challenge. Mm-hmm. So people who aren't even religious would jump into Ramadan just to fast. So
Thomas does it, bro. Tristan and Thomas
and I love that. I would fast every day I could, all the time. So that's why I can't remember when I started. Yeah. Because my mom would literally slap me. She'd be like, eat food, please. And I'd be like, no, Mom, I'm not going to do. I would. So
I'm fasting.
I would half fast. And then, you know what happened? My mom, actually, one of these days I was in Sunday school, my mom brought me this book, which was literally just propaganda to kids to tell them it's okay not to fast during Ramadan. And I was like, no. So I would half fast all the time. And then, I think I mentioned this before, when 5th grade came around and like I really started taking religion seriously, that's when I was like, okay, I have to do this the right way.
Right.
And then part of that became either fast as much as you can during the half day and but don't push it. And then when I was old enough, I was like, okay, now you got to do it. And I don't know if in Arab culture it's like this, but in Desi culture, it's very important if you're before the... Okay, so, little break here. In Islam, there's like the age where you're considered not an adult, but like religiously independent. You're now your own person, right? You can't blame your parents for all the bad stuff you do.
Yeah.
That's called when you're wajib, right? Mm-hmm. So that...
Wajib means mandatory on you.
Mandatory. So when I turned wajib, that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to full fast. And I like to think maybe like 2 years after I turned wajib, that's when I did my full 30 days, no breaks. Mm-hmm. And that's the really important thing. So in Desi culture, it's also called an Amin, just like when you finish the Quran, the party.
Yeah.
So aunties will give you 20s. Every auntie you see will be like, Mashallah, beta, congratulations, here's some money. And you just get money out the wazoo for just fasting 30 days. It's great. So that was like one of my peak moments. I think
being 13 and rich just because I fast a month.
Dripping in 20s because all the aunties, because you have to go to the mosque almost every day. So you just see all these aunties and they're like, congratulations. And your mom was like, yeah, my son, he fasted all 30 days. And then they scoot you forward and then all the aunties are like, I see. Ding, ding, ding. So... Money. Do y'all have something like that?
We don't get paid for it.
You don't get paid for it?
No, bro. We get Eid at the end of the Ramadan.
And then there's Eid.
And there's Eid, like, you can get like presents. If you're a kid, you usually get like toys or something like that. Some people give cash to little kids, but usually we just get like, money or gifts, but at the end of the fast, like at the end of the month, which is Ramadan, which is Eid, are two holidays. We can talk about Eid later.
I think Eid we'll do next
We'll do like at the end.
Because that's like a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But for Shia Muslims, right? I don't think we have. This is just me. I'm not. Don't quote me on this. I don't think we have something like Taraweeh. But instead, what we do is like Ibrahim mentioned a little while ago, the night that the Quran was revealed, Laylatul Qadr, right? Like the 100 nights, the glorious night, the power night. We will do namaz 100 sets. So 100 rak'ah of namaz straight all night. And then we stay up until suhoor and then we fast. So that night is always the craziest night. When you're a kid, you're like, "Oh my god, I get to stay awake all day." Mm-hmm. And then when you're an adult, you're like, "My knees,
bro,
my knees, bro.
My back."
But it's really fun, and I'm excited to go do that this year.
Yeah, we don't have the 100 rakat thing. Like we just pray the 20 rakat or so, and then
I've met certain Sunnis that have done it.
Probably, yeah.
But it's like a very mustahab thing, which is different from mujtahab, which is mustahab is like it's good, but you don't have to do it.
Sure.
Or am I thinking about it reverse?
I don't know.
There's makruh.
Makruh is
and in Urdu we say mujtahab, and then mustahab.
Mujtahab? Mujtahab?
Yeah.
Sounds like a word, but I don't even know what that means. Anyway, but
like mujtahir?
Don't know.
Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, the Laylatul Qadr thing, we usually, most mosques that are Sunni, I don't know what you guys are not, but they'll finish. I don't know about you guys, but like we actually finished the 30 juz' of Quran on the 28th day. So like,
oh wow,
a lot of them actually
they try to keep that pace.
They try to shoot it they try to finish it by the end of the 28th night.
That's crazy.
Because the 28th night is the most important night, quote unquote, and everyone's like, yeah, we'll finish it on the 20th night, bro. 28th night is a whole like thing.
That's like compressing a whole 10 more days of Quran you could read.
Yeah, they run days. Yeah, they read a lot of Quran. They say we shoot for a juz' a day, which is like one chapter a day. But in reality, how does that work if you're going to finish by the 28th?
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. Oh, yeah. I guess part for the lunar calendar thing is we measure things in nights.
Yes.
So it's like not the day of Ramadan, but it's more like the night of
Ramadan. The night of Ramadan. That's why Taraweeh for us starts tonight, and then the first day of fasting starts tomorrow. Right. Because so it's like a little weird. The day starts at night. It's so weird. The day starts at night.
Now that I'm thinking about from the outside perspective,
how do you try to explain it? I don't know how to explain it.
It's really weird.
Yeah. You start fasting, and then your day starts at night, and then the aliens come and they take you, and you go to Mecca and you start praying there. But yeah, it's very interesting. And Laylatul Qadr is a very interesting thing. It's supposed to be the most sacred day of Ramadan, where if you pray and you make good dua and stuff like that, all your deeds
will be wished, and
they'll be multiplied by 86 years.
86? I thought it was 100,000.
It's 100,000. It's 100,000 months or something like that. People did the math for it. It ended up being 86 years.
Whoa!
And so your whole life. So if you do it every year,
Ibrahim is not saying that 100,000 months is 86 years.
Yeah, but there was some.
We have not done that. He's just saying that it could be either.
There's a multiplier, and after the math, it ended up being 86.
There's a lot of math in Islam. Yeah. We invented algebra, and after that, we were like,
who?
Let's keep going. So
X equals 86 years and 1,000 months.
But yeah, it's like
1,000 months or something like that.
It's a lot of blessing. It's really good.
It's multiplied by 86 years, is what I know, and essentially, if you do it every month,
some fools they walk into Tarawih or they do Laylatul Qadr, and they're like, bro, I sinned so much this year, but
I gotta clean my day tonight.
My slate.
I'm gonna pray so hard today, bro. I'm gonna clean my slate.
They're like, I messed up so. Okay, no, it's not genuinely people who are trying to make up. It's just people who are like, I'm gonna sin some more, but I'm gonna cover my bases. So this is gonna erase.
This is gonna clean it.
All that. I'll net
PEMDAS,
even.
Bro.
Yeah, PEMDAS. I'll net even, and then after that, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Dude, the mosque culture is so weird, bro. All those stupid little kids that run around. They're extra hyper during Ramadan.
There's 3 phases of Ramadan, right? And I'm gonna start saying this, and I think you're gonna catch on what I'm saying.
Yeah.
First phase is when everybody and their moms go to the masjid and they start praying. They're reading Quran. They're super religious. It's Ramadan. All hail God. Alhamdulillah. All that stuff, right? Yeah. Second phase is when the first phasers start to dwindle out, and you're like, I can't really go to Salah today.
I'm a little tired.
I'm a little tired. I got homework to do. I got an exam, Omar.
School definitely F's up stuff.
School is very hard nowadays. And so, it dwindles out about halfway through the month. And in the third phase, everyone's like, 28th night, it's Ramadan's almost over. I didn't clean my sins, bro. I gotta get a girlfriend. I gotta get back with after Ramadan. I told her we gotta break up because I can't date me during Ramadan.
I gotta go do this. That's the thing that happens.
And then everyone starts going back in the third phase. I've noticed this phase as a kid, I thought it was a joke. But then people started talking about it, and like, religious leaders were like, "Yeah, the 3 phases of Ramadan. Everyone's coming. Which phase are you in, brother? Are you here all the way, or
even
you,
they're aware? They're like, yeah, we know you're not gonna really show up tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna come here for the first like week,
faking,
and then you're not gonna come
faking.
back, bro." And so like it's really funny to see people like come and go during Ramadan. I'm like, "Oh, where were you? I didn't see you the second day of Ramadan. What you mean, bro? Where you at?"
I just think it's crazy because like okay, in general in Islam it's like this, but specifically on Ramadan, they're like, yeah, treat your body like a temple, right? And then you walk outside and you see all the uncles smoking, and you're like, But those are the same uncles that are leading the prayer, that are like at the front.
You're also not supposed to be smoking during Ramadan.
You're not supposed to be smoking in general, but specifically during Ramadan, yeah, you're not supposed to be smoking. Oh, actually, do y'all have the blood thing too? Like, if you have an open wound during your fast, it'll break your fast?
No, it'll just get rid of your wudu.
Yeah, I don't remember what. Someone said that there's like a certain type of wound, like if it's like really profusely bleeding, it will break your fast.
Yeah, if you're like got shot and you're bleeding out, yeah, it'll...
I think
your fasting's gone.
I think that rule is more like a precaution for like extreme people to be like, yo, chill,
bro.
Just it doesn't even count anymore. Just go do something else.
Yeah,
stop being crazy.
There was gonna be something else I was gonna say. I forgot what it was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fasting, breaking your fast. What can break your fast? People going crazy. Smoking uncles.
It was something along the lines of like
some of these guys literally smell like clouds and plumes of smoke when they walk into the masjid.
You know what pisses me off? Tarawih sometimes goes long, right? I understand that. There's a lot of Quran you gotta read in that Tarawih. And
it's a lot of religion.
And like you're trying to be religious, trying to focus, you're trying to like pray to God, like please like help me pass my exam. This is a time where you're really religious. You're like really connected to God.
Yeah, Gen Chem 2, bro.
And then the uncle that comes in that just had a really good iftar. We were praying and you're like trying to focus, and he goes and then burps, and all of India just came out of his mouth, bro. And you're like
it's so bad.
I can't breathe. And you're like, when you're trying to pray, you're trying to be like, like focused and like concentrated and
resolute.
Praying. And then Indian uncle comes in and like, sorry, did you smell my masala? I'm so sorry, habibi. Garlic naan? Oh, brother, very good. No, bro, it smells horrible coming out of your mouth.
These uncles, I guess this is more of like the next episode's topics that we're kind of dipping into, but like these uncles, again, there's like the nice piece, the cool, like outside religion, like, you can't disagree, that's the nice thing. But then the inside, when you actually see how it operates, these uncles have like a monopoly. Like, they get the food first, they sit next to the priest, they're like, they got the best spot in the mosque, like, they eat all the nice stuff too, and then you're just sitting there and they're like, excuse me, sir, let us go by, we're tired. And I'm like, I'm literally a 5-year-old. What do you do? Like, do you know how many times the respect in the mosque is you let the kids go first, right? But then these uncles have the nuts, bro. They're like, you can eat less. I need to eat more, and then they just get it in front of you, bro.
During Ramadan, you're supposed to be nice, and you're supposed to be like, considerate.
They missed the memo.
You're supposed to be nice, considerate. Don't bite. What's it called? Backbite.
Yeah, to gossip.
Don't gossip. Don't do anything like negative. Don't cuss someone out. Blah blah blah. Some people just miss the memo, I guess. Like,
no, it's the same thing as normal religion. There's people who do it on the daily, and then there's people who make it look like they do it on the daily.
Yeah. I was telling Assad today while we were driving to pick up the drinks. I was like, Assad, today's been so hard. And Ramadan's starting. I almost cussed out like 9 people today. I don't know how to do this.
The road rage. It's getting to me, man.
Bro, like, it was so stupid. You should have seen one of the guys. He turned right. He was like turning right into like the lane I was coming in. Because he just got off the highway. But my man's didn't have blinker on. My man's trying to go from the far left lane into the far right lane to take a right at the light within 300 feet. Not even, probably less. I'm like, bro. Ramadan starting. I'm a good human.
I have to fast tomorrow.
I have to fast. There's something called like Allahumma inni sa'im, which means like, essentially saying like, oh God, I am fasting. Essentially saying like, don't respond back. Don't say anything. I'm fasting. I'm not gonna break my fast because
like, hold my hoops, God. Hold my hoops, please.
Yeah,
hold me back.
Like, hey, hold me back, God. Like,
hold me back.
You're lucky I'm fasting right now, bro. I will lay you out. But Allahumma inni sa'im.
Yeah.
Shahada. I'm good.
I'm fasting.
And you're trying to like hold yourself back and not like do anything haram. But anyway, yeah, Ramadan's very interesting, and then the last 10 nights are very important nights because Laylatul Qadr is supposed to be the 28th night. But there was the story of when God was telling the prophet about the most important day when everyone should be praying, the 28th night. But along the way of him like returning back to his people, he either forgot or something happened and forgot what number the night was. So people say it's 28th night, but it could be any odd night of the last 10 nights.
Oh, that's a y'all thing for sure.
That's 100%, I guess. Sure.
For us, it's the same idea, except no way of prophet forgetting a number. So we were
there was an issue. There was an I'm not gonna get into the story too much. I think either like someone like talked to him and like he lost the number, or
I think it was lost in translation. Over time.
I don't know what it was.
But everything is very anchored to the moon. The beginning of Ramadan, the beginning of Laylatul Qadr, the last day of Ramadan. Every Muslim and their mom is on Instagram, on Facebook, on the internet, asking everybody in the freaking district. They're like, "Hey, oh, you in Dallas? Do y'all? Oh, what about New York? Do you guys see the moon?
Oh, Saudi, how are you?"
And Saudi is like, "Oh yeah." And the thing is, I am Shia, right? So my guys are in Iran. So Ibrahim's guys who are in Saudi see a little different moon from the guys who are in Iran. Usually, me and Ibrahim's Ramadan is like a day off. Weirdly, in the last couple of years, we've actually had the same Ramadan and the same Eid, so that's good. But usually, he's wishing me Ramadan, or I'm wishing him Ramadan Mubarak because his ended, or Eid Mubarak because his ended and I'm still a day out, or vice versa. And it's always really weird because of the moon. It's always because of the moon. And I'm
like, oh, so Ramadan Eid is today. Hey, Hassan.
Yeah, they're just like jump in the group chat. They're like, hey, what day are you on? And I'm like, I don't know, 27, 28. And they're like, hey, he's on 28.
He's on 28, so 2 more days. Well, you got this. Do you have the whole... So, like, Laylatul Qadr is very important to everyone, right?
Yeah.
Do you have the signs of, like, Laylatul Qadr type thing? Because I know for the past couple of years, they say it has to be a clear sky, good weather.
Yeah, all
you can
of
see
these
the moon.
weird things with the sky.
And so, like, people will be like, it's Laylatul Qadr, it's not 10 nights, it's an odd night. And then it starts raining, and everyone's like, nope, it started raining.
Yeah, that's why all of the guys in Iran, they'll check the weather in advance and then they'll give us a prospective date, right? But then they'll be like, oh no, it's not a clear enough sky. Like there's like a number, some science number, and they're like, it's not that number. We can't do it. And then everybody's like, oh, and then they're waiting till the next fast and then the next fast. And, it's a whole process.
For some reason, it's always like the 27th night. I keep saying 28th night. Why do I say 28th night so much? It's 27th night. It's an odd night.
It's usually,
it's 27th night is the most important night. And so everyone's like, they always finish on the 27th night. Bro, I know my train of thought, but I'm annoyed because I said 28th night the whole time.
The numbers do get really boggled up, especially because of the date changing and everything.
Yeah, but what's it called? They always finish the Quran by the 27th night. But, like, if it's technically not the 27th night, then you're kind of screwed. You're just kind of, like, shooting in the dark for it.
Imagine everybody getting ready for a party, and then as you get to the party, everybody's like, oh, it was tomorrow.
Oh, it was tomorrow night. Oh. But no one knows because it's not, like, a fully, like...
Yeah, you
concrete thing.
It's not like a publicized date. It's more like everybody in the community will whisper to everybody.
Yeah, like I think today's it because it's not raining outside. And it's like a clear sky and like everyone's good. Like
that's why I say it's like a rat race. Like when you start, it's just a bunch of people scampering everywhere trying to figure out like what. Like we have 4 mosques in our area, right? And each of them will also say something different. So it just depends on who you go and who you talk to.
Like our one of our friends, she is Sunday. She's the same track as me. We usually go to the same masjid and everything. She's like, yeah, I'm actually starting a day earlier than you. And I'm like, what? How? She goes,
really
my mosque was different.
I'm really like, confused me.
Because, like I said, there's the whole, like, the Sunni and Shia thing, that's very religious. But there's the organizations and, like, there's Hanafi and all the little weird, like, ones that I don't know anything about. They'll overseas.
Shout out Arsalan.
There's the ones overseas that are the ones that are telling us, oh yeah, Eid's tomorrow or whatever. There's also different people who like listen to different things, and so you're like, I have to see the moon by the naked eye.
And then does this thing happen? Like your family in Cali will be like, oh yeah, they're telling us this, and then like someone else in some freaking nowhere will be like, oh, we're like my family in New York. They're like our go-to to tell us like this is the day, this is not. So we usually just rely on them, and they're always like, nah.
We usually just follow whatever the masjid we're currently with. So if we're like with like one masjid A instead of masjid B, we go to masjid A for the whole Ramadan except for like a couple of nights. We just say if masjid A says it's tomorrow, then it's tomorrow. If it's not, then it's not.
My dad, he's like medium religious, I'd say, but he hates not only Sunni Shia stuff, like because he's not religious, so he sees it from both sides, but also he hates the complexity, like random complexity in Islam. He's very modern. If things are not like they don't make sense mathematically, logically. He's like, why are we randomly doing things based on tradition? So whenever Laylatul Qadr comes around, whenever this moon stuff, he gets so pissed. He's just like, stop, don't tell me, because it's annoying. I don't like hearing about, oh yeah, the moon said this, or Shadia said that.
I remember, what's it called? In middle school-ish? The night before Eid. So Eid's also based on the moon. It can either be the next day or the day after.
Do you have a name for that?
What?
The night before Eid. We call it Pehli Raat, which just means the night before.
No, we just have the 29th night or whatever number is. Right? I remember like one day we finished Tarawih. We're done. We're waiting for the masjid to say, yeah, tomorrow's Eid. You know, whenever you go prayer and like, there's the lines and everything, like everyone's like sitting there like waiting for prayer. The masjid is packed, bro. Everyone's still just sitting down. We finished prayer. There's nothing else to do. We're just sitting there like...
The food has been eaten.
We're just sitting there and we're like, okay, guess we wait until the masjid figures out if it's tomorrow or not. And we sat there for until 2 a.m. at one point. We were like...
Oh my God.
We're like, huh? Today? Tomorrow?
What were they doing?
They were talking to us overseas.
Oh man, for 2 hours.
And then they were trying to sit there and like look at the moon themselves on top of the roof on the mosque, and they're like, can we see? We sat there. I think I have like a picture or something. I don't remember where it was, but we just kind of sat there. We're like, okay. And my mom was like, all right, let's go home. They have a live stream. We're gonna go home.
The thing is, these guys like in Saudi and stuff and in Iran, they're not like just going outside and like taking their thumb and being like, they have like telescopes. Like they have like really good equipment. That's
also the argument. Are you supposed to look at it without your just
with
bare eyes, or with like telescopes or something?
No, they definitely use the telescopes for all that. They gotta use the telescopes.
I think it's supposed to be. What I learned, once again, is very opinionated. Like Ramadan is very hard to finalize a lot of religious things.
That's why it's fun,
I guess. But what I learned when I was growing up was that it's supposed to be like with naked eye, no telescope or nothing.
Yeah, me too.
That's sure. I don't know, bro. Like if Iran sees it with a telescope and Saudi doesn't, who do I listen to?
Like it's weird because like it's like you wait 2 hours into the night, way past Sahir, you're already like, what's going on? And then like all of a sudden you get this message and they're like, the scholars are now checking the telescopes, and you're like, oh, this is big. They can't see it with their eyes. They're whipping out the telescope. Something's going on. Bro. Sometimes they don't even say. Sometimes they'll just be like, well, prospectively wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, and the reason all of this is also relevant is because all of these weird date shifts will push the end of Ramadan. So then it makes it even more variable if me and Ibrahim are going to have the same ending of Ramadan, because his Laylatul Qadr was the night before, mine was the day after.
Yeah.
Hanafis and all the other ones, they have even weirder dates for when their Laylatul Qadr and their Eids end and begin, and Ramadan ends and begins.
Yeah.
So it's like really weird. Like Ismailis are a whole... calendar is mathematically calculated using lunar projections like hundreds of years ago, and it's 100% accurate. So like they don't look at the moon at all because they just use math to calculate it, and that's all they do. And I'm not sure about Hanafis, but like it's crazy how like different theirs are. So I feel really bad because like we're done with Ramadan, and then they're done with Ramadan. I think that's how that works. And then I'm just fasting, and they're like, hey, Eid Mubarak, and I'm like, how did you get here already?
You time dropped?
What happened? You're freaking skipping, bro? Some cheat code I didn't know about?
This was very weird. I just took a drink from the mango one and then back to the white one, which I haven't drank in a while because I killed my black one almost. My body was like, what are we drinking again?
Yeah, the white one, when you go back, it interests.
It's like it tastes like water, but it also tastes like a little heavier now. I don't know.
It has like a little sweetness to it.
That's a little weird. Anyway, but yeah,
a little sugar in there maybe, but there's no sugar. It's just H2O.
Sure. So tonight's the first night.
Yeah. So we're all getting ready. I'm gonna have to wake up super early.
I've gotten so used to just playing the all-nighters until suhoor.
Well, I guess that's more for the next episode too. But like that is like the funnest, most amazing part of Ramadan. When you're a kid and you're just FaceTiming your friends and you have an excuse and a reason to stay up all night and you just watch shows and you talk with your buddies and you just don't go to sleep.
Your parents aren't gonna yell at you. They're like, no, because in my family, whenever like before my sisters got married and everything, my family would be like, so is anyone staying up tonight, or are we gonna set alarms?
Yeah.
Or like, I'm staying up tonight. Okay, cool. Wake us all up for suhoor. I mean, that's it.
It's really important to know because by the time that you're already in the whole swing of Ramadan, bro, your clock is so freaking tight that if you don't get the right amount of sleep, dude, forget waking up. If someone doesn't actually throw a boulder on your head while you're asleep, you are going to crash through everything you have to do that day. No matter if your wedding day is the same day, no matter if you're gonna get executed the same, you're just not gonna wake up.
Oh, we also didn't mention the time thing. The time during Ramadan.
Oh.
Due to life and prayer time, stuff like that. Most of the time, the time of iftar, for example, will get later.
Yeah, it shifts around a little bit because the lunar stuff is also constantly shifting.
And so I think, like, I don't know about you, but I think like ours for iftar is around.
Shoot, you mean like right now? Check. Like tomorrow, how it's gonna be? Because I can check.
Yeah, I'm gonna check mine.
Muslim apps are great. They help you do all this work for you.
Yeah, you don't gotta worry about it. You just gotta go online and be like, hey, what's iftar today?
My iftar, Maghrib is at 8:03, so you do namaz to take like 10 minutes. So 8:10, but 8:03 is Maghrib, so that's when you can break. For me. Yeah, it's also a cold day in hell when a Sunni and a Shia both have the same prayer times. That's the craziest thing because our prayer times have just forever been different.
Okay, so Maghrib for me, Maghrib's at 7:49.
Oh my god, you're using the tiniest chart.
I mean,
I always use the mosque charts, but this is the mosque so tiny.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
And then by the time May 1st, which is like kind of last day, Maghrib is gonna be at 8:10, so it's gonna go up a whole like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
it's gonna get later by a whole 20 minutes. And iftar or not iftar, Fajr is at 6:04 a.m. and it'll get earlier, which means you're fasting for longer. Because our Fajr is at 6:04 today. Or tomorrow, whatever.
You're fasting for more of the day.
Yeah, you're fasting longer.
It's not longer time-wise.
Yes, it is. Well, I mean, it's...
Like, if you subtract them, the differences aren't going to be that much.
Maybe, because...
But you're awake more during the daylight.
I guess, but...
And fasting longer
Fajr is 6:04, and then May 1st, it'll be 5:25 a.m.
Oh, God.
Which means you're fasting from 5:25 a.m. until 8:10-ish.
Let me pull up the mosque calendar. Let me see if they publish it
So 6:04 to 7:49. How many hours is that? 12 hours? 12, and then 5:25. No, you're fasting longer. You're roughly from 6:04 a.m. to 7:49. It's roughly 12 hours or more, like an hour, so 13 hours ish. Versus 5:25 a.m. to 8:10 p.m. 2 hours, 12, 3, 15, 13, 15, something.
It's like 14 hours.
Yeah, so it's like between 14 to like.
I guess
15
it is a little
hours.
longer then.
It's a little bit longer. I think the days get longer because you're also going to summer, which means summer days are longer.
Right.
The nights are shorter. Phineas and Ferb, they literally said it. The sun is whatever. The days are longer. The nights are shorter.
Phineas and Ferb, the most. Oh, I have it. Yeah, I have my tiny Ramadan calendar. Bro.
Yeah, don't talk about mine.
So for mine, yeah, Maghrib will be at 8:04, like I said, and then it'll go all the way to 8:30. Oh.
Yeah,
that's a late one. And then Fajr is at 6, and then it'll go all the way to 5:20.
I told you, it gets longer.
Shit, dude.
My class starts at 7 and ends at 9:45. So in the middle of class, I'm like, excuse me, professor, can I step outside to make prayer and break my fast? Thank you very much. Have a nice day. And like, there's a couple like Muslim students in my class. We're just going to have like salah outside.
Dude, that's nuts, man. Oh, okay, yeah. Also for the next episode, but like when you're in school, especially the way we were in school, man, we had ways to get around, being in the middle of a fast. But that I guess we'll talk about later.
Yeah, but that's the meat and juice in the middle of the Ramadan. We bring out our stories. That's also the
most fun stuff, man. When you're like just starving with your buddies, and then your non-Muslim friends are also like, "Why are you dying?" And you're like, "I don't know." Oh yeah, I guess like one of the things is that, if you're a Muslim who isn't fasting, you're not supposed to put food around people who are fasting. That's like the etiquette. Yeah. And
bro, our group chat's so wrong. We send each other food.
But we have a Instagram group chat where we literally just send each other food stuff and like other
we're like,
nice
damn, bro. When we break fast, you want to go to like McDonald's and get this?
So we're just like hyping each other up, getting hungrier and hungrier. Yeah. So it's not helping. And then if your friend is not a Muslim, right, you just have to respectfully be like, hey, I'm gonna go somewhere else just for now.
Well, I've always been like, if you want to eat in front of me, I don't mind. Like, go for it. Like,
it's not that I mind, but sometimes the hunger does get annoying a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like I remember like
elementary school,
the first time when we met, like Thomas and Tristan, all of them. Even in middle school, I used to do this. I used to just sit at the lunch table and be like, "You guys eat, bro. Don't make me stop you. Like, I'm not gonna force you to stop. I think care."
It's not necessarily them specifically, but it's
that hunger idea.
The cafeteria, it's just like there's food smell everywhere.
I've just gotten very used to like just people eating in front of me. I don't care.
As soon as I got older, that habit or that like urge, it calmed down. Especially in college, bro. We're freaking like going hungry every other day, going to class, like forgetting.
I left my house today. I was like, I'm gonna go record our 9 8 breakfast. nah.
So we've like mastered hunger.
It's
but
like
when I was
7
little,
p.m. I'll have breakfast.
When
then.
I was little and they had the calzones, bro, especially when they had those cheese sticks, dude, those were aromatic, and I would just get so pissed. So I would sit in my history teacher's classroom because he was really, really cool in 7th grade. So I would sit in my history teacher classroom, and then in 6th grade I sat with my English teacher, and 8th I sat with my science teacher because they were all like, yeah, I'm in my room for lunch, but like, you know, if you want. And I'm like, yeah. And they were also really cool teachers, so we would just have a lot of fun just talking and hanging out.
Yeah. You remember when we were sophomore year, junior year?
This sounds like an episode 3 kind of thing.
No, this is like just like the kind of in relation.
To tantalize the taste buds.
With
liquid death.
We went to get gyro shop because it was the last day before Ramadan started.
You mean gyro shop?
Yeah, gyro shop.
You mean gyro shop?
Gyro shop. Anyway,
you mean gyro shop?
And we got to class late, and the teachers were like, "You guys can't be eating during class." We're like, "Listen, we drove 30 minutes for this food, bro. We haven't even eaten it yet. Tomorrow's Ramadan. Can we just eat this?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah, just sit in the corner and eat it. Don't waste my time."
Even during the school year, the teachers could they could tell the husks of the humans that were the ones that were fasting, and they were like, yeah, we should probably just not mess with you right now.
Yeah, they're like, you're fasting today? Okay, you can stay up here. And we like play Wii or like watch something like in the middle of class.
Oh yeah, we'll get all into that in the future.
Yeah,
but
next
Ramadan is honestly like it's really fun because it's a religious experience, and then it's also an outside of your religion experience. Like you have just a lot of fun with the way your life changes. And I guess
it's the closest you're gonna feel about living overseas.
Exactly, and that's like I mean, like whether you believe in God or not, that's like the beautiful thing of the event. That like whether you're believing anything or not, it does make you feel like, wow, this is like something special in my life. It is something that I have been taking for granted, and you like you notice the little things, right? Like you notice not being able to eat out with your friends, or you notice this how nice food smells, right? Just like the smell of food.
Don't go shopping during Ramadan.
Oh, going to the grocery store sucks, especially if you're like in the fruit aisle where all that stuff is.
You're like, I'm gonna buy everything in Walmart today.
You know, usually they say it's like a known thing. Don't go to the grocery store hungry because it'll make you want to buy more food. But this is
I got 2 Lunchables today for no reason.
This is the ultimate, like, you should not just wait till Saturday, bro.
Yeah, gotta get some good cereal for my 3 a.m. like snacks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, other than that, were there any topics that you wanted to hit? Because I think I'm out of other stuff. Everything that now I'm thinking of will bleed into the next episode.
Yeah, I don't want to
save for the next episode for that stuff.
I also have to pee, bro.
We drank 3 cans of water.
We each drank 3 cans, bro.
And we still have the Capri Sun.
I haven't finished my black can because after we hang up, I'm gonna put the Capri Sun in the black can and see if it mixes anything.
Why don't you do that now? See how it goes.
Because like we're wasting their time at this point.
No. It's all for the experience, man.
Right, the experience.
This is for the dedicated people who stuck around. Listen, we're giving them tips on how to make better sparkling water.
What's it called? Patron? Whatever.
Oh yeah. This is the Patreon section.
Yeah, the Patreon section?
Yeah.
This is Capri Sun and Liquid Black Death.
Yeah, so we're adding the flavor to the thing that didn't have flavor, but it's sparkling.
Hold on, first I gotta
Yeah, just cleanse the palate real quick with some Capri Sun.
Dude, my mouth is officially cleared. That tastes so weird. I haven't had a Capri Sun in so long. Mm-hmm. They're clear bottoms. The day that Capri Sun came up with clear bottoms.
Insane, dude. Do you remember those kids? Oh, you're going straight in.
Yeah, I drink the majority of it.
Enough. Oh, okay.
I drink all the way down here. So
then that might be enough to dilute. Did you have those weird kids who would put their Capri Sun upside down and then poke the hole in the butt instead of the top?
I used to do that when I was a kid.
I could not. I was so bad at it. And I
used to spill it all across my
envious of the kids that could do it.
Oh boy, I'm about to go pee when I go home.
Kind of like how Amar has the WhatsApp stickers, and I figured it out, Amar. If you're watching this, I figured it out.
Now all the boys can listen to us because it's Ramadan. They're not going to listen to music.
That's true. They'll be more in tune with the podcast.
This is looking not bad.
Not bad?
Take a little swig. I think I can add more Capri Sun to it, but like it's not bad. It's kind of like the mango
not
one.
at all.
It's kind of like the mango one. I think we can add more and make it more
I think if we had a better tasting Capri Sun, that would taste a lot better. Because I hate the fruit punch one.
No.
Like of all of them, fruit punch is the worst. I think strawberry or like the banana one or something like that.
I actually don't mind either.
Really?
I like Capri Sun.
There is a spectrum of
while
Capri
growing
Sun.
up, I didn't have that much Capri Sun. I didn't have that many Lunchables. I had at-home food. I had Nutella and peanut butter.
That's also good.
It's very good.
It's also good.
So now when people be like, yeah, I had a Capri Sun, I had Lunchables. Today when I was buying Lunchables, I was like, why is there so many?
Do you remember those weird, like, crispy, they were like at-home oven things that like they're like cheese sticks that have like hella mozzarella inside and then they're like brown on the outside?
You mean like it's like a mozzarella stick?
Yeah, but not the ones that we would get at school. Like those. These are like brown on the outside, dark brown, crispy kind of looking things.
Those are mozzarella sticks, but yeah, no, I didn't buy those at all either.
I used to have a lot of.
The
those,
closest
but
I got to
so
buying
much.
snacks from outside of the house were Uncrustables.
Uncrustables are really good though. I don't know why people stop like.
Because we grew up.
Okay,
and we started
they
to buy
look
things.
childish. I agree, but if you look at like the amount of utility in an Uncrustable, you get so much. It's so much bang for your buck.
All right, can 1 done. Can 2.
Didn't we actually get like a whole box one time? We just like shared them.
Yeah, I think we went
Camping.
Did we go camping with it?
I think it was when
we did go camping because we were gonna have Uncrustables on the next morning, and Safina was there, and Safina was like, "Oh," and then the world ended because it started raining on us.
Yeah,
and I ended up taking it home, and I ate like 40 of them. Then the next hangout we went, and I
Safina wanted to get the rest. Yeah,
yeah, and I was like, "Here you go, Safina." Yeah.
So you're mixing the Capri Sun with the mango?
No, it's its own flavor.
Oh, so you were just going back for the mango?
Yeah, I finished that one, so now I'm doing something.
Okay, I think I finished my mango, so now I'm like almost done with my. Oh wow! Never mind, I have a lot of black left.
I vibed with it a little bit. I like the mango one a little more.
I don't know. Like I went in thinking I was really dumb, and I came out thinking, man,
maybe
this is good. But it's on that echelon of product where it is just more expensive.
If they sell it, like, you know how Red Bull, you go to Walmart, they just sell that one can. If they just sell one can if it was gold, every now and then I might buy one.
Yeah.
But when we went today, we only found like
groups,
the black one or a group.
And when they were in like individuals,
yeah,
like
it was usually just like the black one. Yeah,
prices for them. I don't know why they're not at gas stations. I feel like this is the ultimate gas station thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, anyway, that's the first episode, I guess, in our second episode. The other one was technically our episode 0, episode 1, series of Ramadan episodes. So I hope you guys enjoyed.
And enjoy fasting.
I think next time we're going to talk about more of our like personal experiences and stories and just things from our experience.
And we're gonna be in the middle of fasting, so like it'll be.
Oh yeah, it'll be like different Ibrahim and Assad.
It'll be like, hey guys, I don't have too much energy today, but welcome back to the Two Roses of Beer. Today we're not drinking anything because of Ramadan. Thank you for sponsoring this episode, Liquid Death. I know you guys reached out to us, but we can't drink anything today.
Thank you so much.
We'll
have Ramadan complete.
We'll drink it when there's iftar.
Dude, imagine having Liquid Death with your iftar. That's crazy. They say don't eat anything oily or bubbly because your acid is already like going
bro,
crazy.
there's a whole science. I was thinking about talking about that, but I was like, no, that's the next
episode thing. Yeah, please, I need to know because I don't know too much about that.
The whole what do you eat during suhoor, what do you eat during iftar?
Yeah.
Sweets, salties, sours, everything, bro.
We're so freaking oily, bro. We eat the oiliest stuff.
When people tell me they have
in the morning and at night.
When people tell me they have biryani for suhoor, I'm like, buddy, you enjoy your heartburn.
Open fast with samosas, bro. Ooh.
You enjoy your heartburn, buddy.
The oil drip.
Get some Tums up here, sponsored by Tums.
Hurry up, bro. Just pop a Tums. Oh, dude, especially when you need medicine during Ramadan, you have to like time it with suhoor and iftar. You're like, oh man, one time I was like feeling really like nauseous, but I'm the ignorant kind where if I'm a little sick, I'll push through for the fast. Mm-hmm. And my mom was like, you better take a pill before iftar or a sehri, and I was like, nah, I just forgot, and I was like, this was one of those nights where I wasn't gonna wake up for sehri, so I was like, I'm just gonna pop it in advance, and it didn't last when I woke up, but
I used to do that for coffee. I used to drink my coffee, go to sleep right after drinking it, and so by the time I wake up, I'm like energized. I'm like,
you're crazy, bro. The energy is stored up.
Yeah, no, it sometimes would work. It sometimes would work. It would be really.
I would
weird.
not even be able to close my eyes. Well, actually, I don't know. Coffee doesn't have.
It doesn't like kick that fast though. That's what I'm saying. Like it would just like kick later. I think maybe to me.
For the dip.
So I would sleep.
Well, your neural activity while you're sleeping must have been crazy.
Bro, my dreams were vivid. Like, crazy. Damn, bro, that must have been hot on from everything I dreamed.
Yo, anyway, y'all, hope you have a good day. Check out the Instagram. I don't think I mentioned that in a little while. We're trying to post on it a lot more. We'll definitely put some pictures of the Liquid Death and
send this to your friends and your Liquid Death drinkers and your water drinkers.
And I think
overall, I'll give it like a 6 out of 10.
Spread the podcast. Anybody who you think will be interested, any Muslim homies, please listen. This will be super fun to go on this journey with us during Ramadan. And I think that's
enjoy Tarawih.
Yeah,
bring a chair.
Enjoy Ramadan, man. Oh yeah, dude, your knees are gonna.
Our knees are gonna.
This is the year of the knees right now.
Yeah, a lot of standing. That's fine. Anyway, thank you guys. Ramadan Kareem. Have fun.
Ramadan Kareem.
Bye.
Bye.